Welcome to a brand new episode of Fairy Dust TV. I'm your host, Jen Burton, romantic fairy godmama for smart, successful single women around the world. Today's topic, we're getting back to the basics. How to make a man like you. So today's topic is actually going to be a very short topic. There are two precise ways that you can make a man like you. Number one, you walk up to a man, you give him the look. Hey, I like you. Do you like me? And it works perfectly. He's smitten, ready to go. Or option number two, you walk up to said man, you make this face, and again, he's smitten, ready to go. Okay, all joking aside, there are actually 4 important things that you need to know about making a man like you. Now, before we talk about those 4 important things, I do want to note that it's not about making a man like you, it's actually about inviting a man to like you and giving him the opportunity to run with the chemistry that the two of you have together. So let's talk about 4 important ways to invite a man to like you. Number 1, don't be afraid to show your genuine delight, enthusiasm, or interest in him when he is around. Now, somewhere a long time ago came about the notion that you should not show any kind of genuine or romantic interest, that almost you should pretend the opposite to make a guy like you, which is the most ridiculous thing in the entire world. Why? Because men are drawn towards women that enjoy their company and that are actually enthusiastic when he is around. It feels good to be around someone that you know enjoys your company. So it's really important for you to throw out any preconceived notions about how to act in front of a man and just show him that you like having him around. That is so sexy to men. Now, you don't have to overdo this. This doesn't have to be a boisterous, oh my God, Pete, there you are. I can't believe it's you. Okay? You don't have to go there. It's completely, you have my complete romantic fairy godmama permission to not do that. But it is okay to light up. It is okay to use your facial expressions and smile when you see this man. And if you're one of those women, like I used to be, who would get so nervous that you would completely shut down when a man you find attractive came around, and you would start acting like he wasn't there because you couldn't handle all of the nervousness that you felt. And then what I want you to do, and I know this sounds very silly, but I want you to go into your bathroom at home and every once in a while practice being confident around him, and imagine he's around you, and practice that feeling of confidence in how you react, and look in the mirror and do it. And I know it feels silly and it sounds silly, but the more that you do that, the more genuine the reaction will start to become, where you don't shut down. And you can also practice this with guys that you don't necessarily have that extreme attraction for, so that it still becomes more and more natural to you. And it works really well because, again, men love being around women who genuinely enjoy having them around. It's very, very simple. Moving on to number 2 is, don't be afraid to have good boundaries. I don't know exactly what happens. Okay, I take that back. I actually do understand what it's like to not have good boundaries around men, especially the ones that you really like, because I used to be that woman. So I'm not quite sure why I started to tell you that I don't know that. I know very, very well. But the truth is that there are so many women out there, no matter how strong, successful, how well they've done in so many other parts of their life, when it comes to men and a man that they really like and who gives them butterflies and makes them feel things, a lot of their boundaries go straight out the door. Now, my guess is a fear that she has so much competition with other women for his attention, that she thinks that she's actually going to stand out by having no boundaries at all. She's afraid somehow she will lose him to her competition by always honoring exactly what he wants and never really respecting or honoring what she wants herself. So I want to tell you that this doesn't work very well. This thought process actually works to your detriment, and I want you to throw it out the door. You need to have good boundaries. Good boundaries are sexy. Good boundaries say to a man, you know what? I value myself. I like you, but I value myself. And that is extraordinarily irresistible to healthy, mentally stable guys. I will confess, guys who are not mentally stable don't find that so attractive because then they can't work their games on you. But if you maintain good boundaries, then you're automatically going to draw in high quality, mentally stable guys, which is what we're all looking for here, right? Of course we are. All right, moving on to number 3. Do not, and I repeat, do not be afraid to have an opinion different than his. It is not sexy to be around a woman who all she does is agree with everything you say. Now, I don't want you to be contrary to every single thing he says, but have an opinion. Absolutely, 100% have an opinion. That whole bullshit notion that men don't like strong, opinionated women, again, like I already mentioned, is bullshit. It's just it's absolute crap. And I don't want you to buy into it anymore. Have your opinion. Have fun with your opinion. Challenge him on a different level, on a mental level. Okay, it's not just about the chemistry connection that you two have in the bedroom. It is about the mental stimulation that he receives outside of the bedroom for you that make a difference long term on making him actually like you. So have your opinion. Again, you don't have to be contrary all the time to prove a point, but you should be willing to speak up about things that are important to you and challenge him in a different way. Okay? And finally, number 4 on how to invite a man to like you is don't be afraid to be liked by other men, other man. That's really, really fun English there, proper English. But don't be afraid to be liked by other men. I know exactly what happens when you like a man. You close down all of your options in other men before you two have even become exclusive, because something is telling you that if he finds out that a lot of other men like you, why would he like you? He's going to think bad things about you, and he's going to think that all you do is fool around with all different types of guys and stuff. And I can't tell you how far from the truth you are about this. So this is a little secret I want you to know. High quality men, again, the mentally stable guys, high quality guys, like women that lots of men like as well, but not just any man can have. So it's truly important that when you're interested in somebody and you want to invite him to like you, that you're not shutting down your other options in men. I can't stress how important this is, because then you put a vibe about you. You put a high quality vibe around yourself because you haven't shut down your options. You now have a I don't just settle for anyone vibe around me. You have a vibe around you that says, you know what? If you want to be with me, you better bring your A game because I have lots of options here. It's not just about him. So remember, again, 4 things. Don't be afraid to light up or show him that you enjoy being around him. Number 2, don't be afraid of having good boundaries for the love of all that's adored. Number 3, don't be afraid to have a different opinion than his. And number 4, don't be afraid to be liked by other men. Men, I'm not sure why I keep having trouble with that word today. Anyways, Lover Girl, thank you for joining me for today's episode of Fairy Dust TV, where we got back to the basics of how to make a man like you. I expect to see you next week when we have another episode on the basics, and I'll surprise you then. Mwah. Ciao.